So Linda, we were talking about troubles with home insurance. So trouble you can get into when insuring a property wrong. So what sort of trouble you're talking about?
Steve, many insurers require a standard of what we call insurance to value, and for a very fair minded reason. The rates by an insurer on properties are established on a $100 basis of property coverage, but there has to be some relevance to the overall exposure. I'm going to simply use the phrase 9 chances out of 10, a building will not suffer a total loss. Just drive around the original parts of the city and you will see structures that have been there for 80 or 100 years. It is not that these properties have never suffered a loss, but the losses that they have suffered have probably been partial losses such as water damage, small fires, wind, hail, or other types of damages like that. This is why, as a general rule of thumb, insurers require that the replacement cost coverage that in order to have that, that you must insure a building for at least 80, 90, or 100% of the replacement cost coverage so that the rating structure is not undermined.
Interesting. So give me an example of doing it wrong.
Okay, to make it easy, let's say that your building's replacement cost is $100,000 and you and your advisor had looked at the information that went into creating this, and that was a fact. But because you purchased the property for $50,000, Steve, you didn't want any more coverage than that. And let's just also assume that you really had no advisor to guide you, or worse yet, they did not guide you. So here's scenario one. Your building's a total loss. You get $50,000 less your deductible. But the trouble is with scenario number two, and the one that's much more likely. In this case, you have a $20,000 kitchen fire. The replacement cost is going to come into play. Remember, it was $100,000. And if the co-insurance requirement, that's a key phrase to know here, was 80%, then the minimum amount of insurance that you needed to carry was $80,000. This means that you are only insured for 63% to value, and it also means that your partial loss of $20,000 will be paid at 63%, or $12,600 minus your deductible. I don't think anyone would like that.
Definitely not. You're right about that. But aren't there any other options?
Yes, there are, and we should talk about them next.
I look forward to hearing about that.